Hello students, in this video we'll be discussing the remaining questions on proportion, that is from exercise 4b. You should first complete the previously discussed questions and then watch this video and do these questions. This is question number 6 C part from the exercise 4b. Find the mean proportional of the following: a plus b, a minus b whole cube, a plus b whole cube, a minus b. Now here the first proportional and the last proportional, that is the third proportional, is given. You have to find the middle one, that is the mean proportional. So as usual we'll be taking, let the mean proportional be x. So it can be written as a plus b, a minus b whole cube, comma x, comma a plus b whole cube, a minus b. X can come in the middle. Now we know that the mean proportional, the square of the mean proportional, is equals to the product of the first and the third proportional, which we have already discussed before. That is, I have already shown you b square is equals to ac, where b is the mean proportional and a is the first proportional, c is the third proportional. B square is equals to ac, which we have discussed earlier. So here x square will be the product of these two. So x square is equals to a plus b, a minus b whole cube into a plus b whole cube, a minus b. Let's see what we'll get after multiplying all these. We can see that there are 3 brackets of a minus b here. That means a minus b whole cube, and 1 a minus b is here. So in total we'll be having a minus b to the power 4. Similarly a plus b to the power 4, because we have 3 brackets of a plus b here and 1 bracket of a plus b here. So in total we are getting 4 brackets of a plus b and 4 brackets of a minus b. Now we know that this can be written within one bracket, one single bracket. It can be written as a plus b, a minus b whole to the power 4. Now if we take the square root of this and this, we'll be getting x is equals to a plus b, a minus b whole square. Square root of 4th power is 2 power. So that, and square root of 2 power is 1 power. So it will become just x, and it will become, this will become a plus b, a minus b whole square. And what is a plus b, a minus b? A plus b, a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. This is the formula. So x is equals to a square minus b square whole square. Now question number 7, C part. Find the third proportional of x upon y plus y upon x, comma x upon y. That means these two are the first and the second proportional. First proportional is this, second proportional is this, and you have to find the third proportional. Here in this question they have already taken the variables as x and y. So we'll be taking some other variable, because usually we used to take the unknown variable as x, but here they have already using these alphabets, so we'll be taking some other alphabet. So here I have taken, let the third proportional be a. You can take k, you can take p or any other variable, but not x or y. You have to leave these two variables, these two alphabets, x and y. Other than x and y, you can use any of the variable. I have used a. So let the third proportional be a. So the series will become x upon y plus y upon x, comma x upon y, comma a. And these 3 numbers are in proportion. Now you know that the mean proportional is equals to the product of the first and the third proportional. So here the mean proportion is x upon y. Square of x upon y is equals to product of these two, which can be written as a within bracket x upon y plus y upon x. So this is x upon y whole square is equals to a. After taking LCM, we'll be getting xy is the LCM, we'll be getting x square plus y square in the numerator. We'll get x square by multiplying these two, y square by multiplying these two. because the LCM is xy. So in the numerator we are getting x square plus y square. So this all we are getting, but you have to find the value of a, that means the unknown variable or the third proportional. So what we'll do, we'll make a the subject. So in order to make a the subject, you have to separate all these numerators and denominators so that we can cross multiply. This will become x square upon y square. This will become x square upon y square in one bracket, this whole upon xy. So we have separated all the four values so that we can cross multiply. So here we'll be getting, you can see, after cross multiplying we'll make a the subject, this will go to the numerator, this will come to the denominator, and we're left with a. So a is equals to x square into xy upon y square into this thing, x square plus y square. Can you cancel anything? This y can be cancelled with 1y of here. So it will become 1, that means just y. So a will be x square into x, that is x cube, y x square plus y square. This is the value of the third proportional. Next question is question number 8, C part. If B is the mean proportional of A and C, prove that AB plus BC plus CA upon A plus B plus C whole cube is equals to ABC. Now in this question you have already been given that A, B, C are in proportion because B is the mean proportional of A and C. B will come in the middle. So if A, B, C are in proportion, then B square is equals to AC. This is the first relation that we have made out, that B square is equals to AC, which we are already doing since long. So there are different ways of proving it. We'll be proving it by the easiest method. Now let's see. RHS, that is the right hand side. What is on the right hand side? AB plus BC plus CA upon A plus B plus C. So AB can be written as it is, BC is also written in the same way, but instead of CA or AC we are writing B square, and rest of the things are as it is. So in place of CA or AC, which is the same thing, we are writing B square. Now here I have taken B common. If we'll take B common, what will be left here? A plus C plus B. A plus C plus B, which is equals to A plus B plus C, because you know that in addition order can be changed. So A plus C plus B and A plus B plus C is the same thing. So these two will be cancelled out and you are left with just B cube. Okay. So in the right hand side we will be getting only B cube. Now see the left hand side. What will we get in the left hand side? Left hand side we have A, B, C. This is the left hand side. Now AC we are taking separately and B we are taking on the other. So on the other hand, this we can write like this. ABC can be written as AC into B. And what is AC? AC is B square. So here I have written, in place of AC I have written B square, which we are taking from the first equation. So B square into B is what? B cube. So since LHS and RHS both are equal to B cube, that means this is proved. Now this method is not appropriate for all the questions of proportion, because in the next exercise when we'll do few more questions, you can see the difference. There we'll use only this thing, A upon B is equals to B upon C is equals to K, because all the questions cannot be solved directly by this method. Question number 9, B part. This is another question which is little different. What least number must be added to each of the numbers 5, 11, 19 and 37 so that they are in proportion? Now let me tell you, these numbers are not in proportion. you have to find the least number that should be added to each of these number. That should be added to 5, that should be added to 11, 19 and 37, so that they are in proportion. So let the least number be x. We don't know what the number is, so we are taking it as x. So let the least number, you can see these dots here, you have to write the whole thing. Let the least number that must be added to this be x. So this can be written as 5 plus x, 11 plus x, 19 plus x, 37 plus x. And since this least number x is added in order to make them in proportion, so this series is in proportion. So these all these numbers are in proportion. 5 plus x, 11 plus x, 19 plus x, 37 plus x, they are in proportion. Now you know that the one formula we were using, that is product of means is equals to product of extremes or vice versa. So here we are taking the product of the first and the last one, that is 5 plus x and 37 plus x, which should be equal to 11 plus x into 19 plus x. This is product of means, product of extremes, and both of them should be equal because they are in proportion. So we'll multiply these and this together. After multiplying, we'll be getting 185 plus 37x plus 5x plus x square. Here we'll be getting, right hand side we'll be getting 209 plus 19x plus 11x plus x square. After solving it further, adding the like terms, we'll be getting 185 plus 42x plus x square is equals to 209 plus 30x plus x square. Now you can see that these two x square can be cancelled, but we don't cancel it directly. We never cancel the quadratic or the second form directly. What we used to do, we used to take this to the other side and then subtract and then cancel. Or you can write directly like this. 42x minus 30x is equals to 209 minus 185. Numbers together, variables together, and this will be cancelled. But we don't show the cancellation. Okay. So all the variable part together or the numeral parts together. So 42x minus 30x is equals to 12x. 209 minus 185 is equals to 24. So x is 24 upon 12, that is 2. This shows that only 2 should be added to each of these numbers so that they are in proportion. Now last question for this exercise, question number 11. Find two numbers whose mean proportional is 12 and the third proportional is 324. Now you have not been given any number, but you have been given that mean proportional is 12 and the third proportional is 324. So let the numbers be x and y. So according to the problem, ATTP is according to the problem, xy is equals to 12 square. Why 12 square? Because 12 is their mean proportional. Their mean proportional is given as 12. So multiplication of the first and the last term should be equal to the square of the mean proportional. So xy is equals to 12 square. Square of 12 is 144. Xy will be 144. Y can be written in terms of x as y is equals to 144 upon x. This is our first equation. Now let's see the second equation. What else is given? That 324 is the third proportional. So if the numbers are written with 324, they can be written as x, y, 324. And then they will be in proportion. X, y, 324 are in proportion. So here also we'll apply the same formula. Mean square, product of the mean proportional, square of the mean proportional should be equal to the product of the first and the third proportional. So here y square will be equal to 324x. This is the second formula we are getting. by using 324 as a third proportion. So on substituting the value of y from first equation to second equation, what will we get? We'll get, in place of y, we can write 144 upon x whole square, because y is equals to 144 upon x. From the first equation, you substitute the value here. So you'll get 144 upon x whole square is equals to 324x. So you can see that this will become 144 into 144 upon x square is equals to 324x. So all the x part can be taken together. That means a variable part can be taken together and numerals together. So 144 into 144 upon 324, because it will come to the denominator, and this x square will come to the numerator along with x. It will become x cube. Total x cube. So x cube is equals to 144 into 144 upon 324. When you solve this, you will get 64. So x cube is 64. And you know that 64 is a perfect cube. Perfect cube of which number? 4. 64 is the perfect cube of 4. So x is equals to 4. Cube root of 64 is 4. And what is y? Y is equals to 144 upon x from the first equation. So 144 upon 4 is equals to 36. So the numbers are 4 and 36. X is 4 and y is 36. I hope this exercise is clear to you. Very soon I'll be uploading the next exercise, that is exercise 4C. But all the questions that are given in the PDF, you have to do in a proper maths notebook. You have to make a proper maths notebook and finish all the remaining questions.